Hey everybody, it's the Bill from the Bill Show. Gonna do a quick review today of, sorry I'm buckling in, 2020, Mercedes Benz A220 rental car. Had it up in Denver. This is obviously the base level. Sorry the sun's a little bright. But we got like 19,000 miles on it. It's got a 2.2 turbo in it. I'm assuming front wheel drive because it doesn't really act like an all-wheel drive, but it did get around really good in snow. So there's pros and cons on this thing. This is a rental car. It's from Sixt.com. It's a cool rental car place. They have a lot of European cars. Several things. It got around really good in the snow. We were up in the mountains. And it's just got all-season Pirellis on it, so I was actually kind of impressed on how good it got around. It's fingerprint magnet up here. You can see that in the sun, especially. But being the base one, this one's got this, piano black plastic around here, and this little bitty screen, and a little bitty screen for the gauges. If you get the upgraded package, you get this really nice wide screen on both, and then this whole thing is just one big piece of glass, so it just looks like one giant screen, but it's actually two screens. Being the base, it's still got the leather wheel. It doesn't have the really cool D wheel with the flatten down here, and it's piano black on the buttons, and never really played enough with it, but you can change things. Like I just discovered it'll do that. Oh, that's kind of cool on the thing. Overall though, this is the baby Benz, the entry level. It does have a sunroof. I don't know if that's standard or not, but it actually, and it's got a sunscreen, so it's kind of like a Tesla. But being that price point Tesla, I can't fathom buying this car. The back seat is so tiny, and once we get up to the next stop, I'll show you how small it is back there. So, but one of my big, I'm 6'1". Tracy's like 6'5". We've got the seats all the way back, and so to get somewhat comfortable, the pedals are way too close together here, so if you've got any kind of real shoes on, it's very difficult there. But biggest, stupidest design is USB port for your Android Auto, Apple CarPlay is right there, and yeah, that's the cup holder. It's right there, facing up. I got a parking ticket this morning. Oops. Facing up. So I'm sure that port has never gotten any kind of drink spilled in it. And it's so touchy. If you bump it when the phone's plugged in, it disconnects and crap. It's so annoying. This being, let me put my coffee back down. It's a touchpad controller thing. It's kind of a clicker. It controls the screen and everything up there. That's a big waste of space. I don't know why it's here. You've got a touch screen right there. Get rid of this stupid thing. It eats up all this, and then this, I guess it's a wrist rest for the whole. This is way too much just to try and control this little touch screen. Get rid of it. It's stupid. You do have a decent little storage armrest. Another USB-C. Both are USB-C ports, which is good. But two brand new cables, different brand cables, and if you plug it in and touch the phone wrong, it disconnects. You got to plug it in and never touch it. But anyway, I'll do a little outside review here in a minute. All right. Oops. It's got a backup camera that's pretty nice. It's got another setting on it. Of course, it's so tiny, it's kind of hard to really be effective that much. Different views. Gear shift is a little weird, I guess, unless you're used to a Mercedes. I'm trying to get a shot of it there. So, drive is down, which is similar to the Tesla. All the way up for reverse, and then there's neutral. Put it in park with the button on the end. Tesla, that is the ultimate. So let's do a little walk around on the outside real quick. So, car is very tiny. That's annoying too, that big noise. So it's on right now. So if I go ahead and turn it off, that really loud little weird chime. The steering wheel's not bad looking. At the outside. Mind you, we were up in the mountains, so it's a little dirty. It is in one of the best colors, the bright red. Some basic alloy wheels, nothing crazy. 17-inch. Again, it's standard. It's dirty. The front sensors on the front get clogged really fast in the snow, we discovered. So it's not necessarily the best thing. And again, all the car reviews do it on a clean car. Hey, we've been in the mountains, so it's got, and it was snowing, so it's got a little dirt on it. The backing is fairly attractive. One of the cool parts about it is it does have really huge trunk for the size car this is. Some storage underneath, a little bit of storage. It doesn't have the big subwoofer because again, this is the base package. One thing they've done better that's actually a complaint on the Model 3, the rainwater, like if you had water on top of the hood or the trunk lid and it ran down here, then it catches in this gutter and then runs around, so it's not dripping on everything in the trunk. The Model 3, I think they've started addressing that on the new ones, and they've redone this little molding around here for the 3. And I keep saying Model 3 because this is the first time I've actually been in Denver and not rented the Model 3 that I usually rent up here. So, but I got this one for a lot less money on 6th than what the Tesla usually runs. So I was telling you, back seat, again, we're heading to the airport, so I wanted to do a quick review. We need to throw some trash away, it looks like. But that's the passenger seat in its position. So there's no way I can even get my foot in there, so I can't even sit in that back seat as an adult. So I guess if you had to have a Mercedes and you wanted the little baby Mercedes, I mean, the leather's nice, it's Mercedes, but it's just so tiny, and this opening comes down so low. We had a couple of short friends that rode with us last night to dinner, and he banged his head hard on that pillar coming out. So sunroof looks good, the glass roof, it's fairly quiet. It says louder than the Model 3 on the highway, and that surprised me, being a Mercedes. I expected it to be a lot quieter. There was a lot of tire noise and road noise. So the seating position for the driver, it's a cool graphic that pops up, is okay, but as far back as I have to have the seat, I'm like right next to the pillar now. And the worst part, one of the worst things is there's the armrest. So I guess if you're about 5'5", this car would be great for you because you'd have the seat up. But at my height, I have nowhere to put my arm because my elbow is right there at the door. So that sucks. The center console is good. Easy. I mean, that's a good placement, but this is not made for someone taller than 5'5", I guess. Now with the screens off, you can see that there's the little screen with the piano black and the other little screen with the piano black all around it. And so it's just, you know, it's an okay car. I think these controls are not very intuitive down here. It took a while to get used to them, the climate controls and everything, and it was always difficult to get the temperature just right. So my overall on this car is it did get around really good in the snow. There's several things that are very annoying since we've had it all weekend. Extended weekend this is just in the way, that control pad mouse thing. And this, I don't know what this whole design is all about, but it's dumb. That is the worst engineering thing I've ever seen. Of why would you put the USB port right there, and there's no other USB ports around here in the little cup holder or anything, or in that storage. So it's kind of stupid. Driving position, it does have this little extender for your thighs. I could not get this seat to give me enough support under my legs to actually make it comfortable driving. So the cabin is only about a 45-minute drive out of Denver up into the mountains, and I just couldn't get comfortable driving it. So overall, for about the same money as a Model 3 long range all-wheel drive, it's not even a comparison. Why would you spend 40 some thousand on this when you could spend 40 some thousand on a Tesla? So it is a little prejudice because I do love Teslas, but just trying to keep an open mind. So I was like, hey, let's get a Mercedes this time. It's my first time driving a modern Mercedes. And overall then, I would give it, I mean, it's better than some little economy cars. Like, I don't know what else you would compare this to, but because it's outrageous. I mean, for what you're getting, it's not that. I don't like it. I've seen these reviews online, and I'm like, they're all praising it for being a great little car and for its price point. I'm like, really? I kind of think it sucks. So I would not buy one. I wouldn't even rent this again. So Sixt has been a great place. It was really easy and pick all these really cool cars. But maybe next trip to Denver we'll get the Velar, the Range Rover Velar. That sounded really cool. But anyway, that's the review of the Mercedes model. Not a Model 3. The Mercedes A220. I think it's just front wheel drive. I don't think this is, because this is a pretty base level. There's just, there's too many things that you shouldn't be touching in a Mercedes. This feels very cheap plastic, and everybody bitches about plastic, but it's cars are made out of. The auto wipers actually did work really good, and it's a plastic stock. The gear shift one just feels really thin. I mean, I don't know. So, and the visors feel really cheap. That's just this kind of, it's just plastic. A little mirror. I don't know. There's just a lot that's just like not impressive. So overall, not a high score, probably a B at best. I can't even give it a B. It'd have to be a C. So, very disappointed being my first Mercedes. Tried to figure out that My Mercedes system or whatever. Gave up on that because it's just like, okay, I can't figure this out. And I'm computer savvy, and so if I can't figure something basic out like that, what's a normal person gonna do? But anyway, it's time for more coffee because I'm dying and it's morning and we've got to go catch our flight, but we're a little early, so that's why you're getting this review now. See ya!